For this activity, you'll need paper and you'll also need some pens. Feel free to use some markers or some different colours. The students can provide their own stuff, but I'm a bit of a fan of the big bits of paper, maybe sort of the butcher style stuff as it goes across. If you can even get the even bigger stuff, it's about this big, you can display it around the walls and put it up for everyone to have a look at. What I'll be doing is I'm going to be using like 3 minutes on my clock. So I've just got one of these features I downloaded from one of the Android app markets. So I'll chuck 3 minutes on there and I'll start it like that one so it starts running, and I'll put it down and it's just got like a voice chime sort of reminder at the end. Just to say the task is finished and get everyone to rotate onto the next stage. So I'll just chuck it at the front desk. 5 bits of paper, and we'll have, I've got criteria A here, and we'll put criteria, where should criteria B go? Where should criteria B? Don't rush me with answers, everybody, it makes it difficult. Alright, we'll stick criteria B, how about here, criteria B. And we'll stick criteria C over here. And we'll drop this one here to Brandon. Oh, thanks. Good stuff, mate. Criteria D, and we'll have criteria E up here with a Shane. Can I get you to stand up for a second? That's the question we're going to have a go at. Of course, my voice changes a lot. Yeah. Can you find a space? Go find a spot around. Try to move around some of the best you can. A, D, up on the top here. I think it's good. About 3 minutes. About 3 minutes on each thing, then we'll rotate around. What people have said to me in the past is that you get ideas down, you go to the next one, you go, I already have the basics, but you'll get more from the basics each time. So you'll progressively move up.
It needs to be sound evaluation. Yeah, but it needs to be explicit. You can't.
I guess like you can't leave it be explicit. Okay. Somebody's like a house.
We do have different problems.
Okay, what else is most important?
Provide an example.
Summarize.
There's that many examples. We have around 2 or 3 right now. We can really improve that with the groups rotating.
Yeah, and there's not much in the.
It's good to see you sit down for
What did you do, Samson?
No, that's Caroline. Doing your parasitism. Yeah.
About 7 seconds. And then it's going to be kind of like, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. I'm going to say, change places. Change places, everybody. Have a crack. Have a go. Let's borrow this for a sec. I like this one because they've actually put down some of the theories, tools and techniques. So that's a good idea. What you'll notice now as you go to new areas, you'll go, but I already know that. Try to add to the basics that's already on there. And then your basics will become better, intermediate, and eventually you'll get to some stuff that's like, man, I found gold in each of these documents now that can really help me get further and further. Have a crack, have a go. I'm actually going to shorten the time now.
53% of people agree.
I don't think that's what
Payback
they mean
period.
by example. Yeah,
That's explicit.
Payback period.
Payback period. What?
Counting rate of.
All theories.
yeah, list of theories. So there's all the liquidity ratios and everything as well.
What I'll do for the next part is I give out different coloured pens, and the idea is for them to say tick or cross off areas they agree with, and also to use it as like a big summarising at the bottom. So they'll have their own pens, maybe different coloured, like a black or a blue. Then you go into sort of a thicker style one, and the idea is they can then summarise at the bottom. So it's synthesising it down. What you guys on to? You guys are
Just write pros and cons usually. That'll do, because that'll sort of, it'll allow you to that's economies of scale and diseconomies of scale.
Okay,
He's a fish bone.
fish brain almost it's like the other one.
getting the basics down. It's the
Obnoxious way of saying
Last time everybody changed places. Can you start really using those thick pens I gave you? And the thick pens are there. Start summarising and synthesising. Give me 3 dot points. What are the 3 main things you can take away from today?
Oh yeah, that's a good technique to use. Look at this writing, wow.
Theoretical framework.
Another minute, everybody. Got to get down 3 of the main dot points. What are the 3 main takeaways? Or the 3 main things that you should definitely not do for criteria B here or
like
criteria E in other areas?
See, relevant and sufficient sources of data is another important. That one relevant.
This one?
Relevant, yeah.
The top one?
Yeah.
I think it was a second one.
And then last one, methodology to be applied.
Okay, that's we got 2. We got 2. Okay.
Does that work?
I agree with this point right here. The main body of research question has to be well developed in order for the report to be of actual value to the company.
Must have been someone really smart who wrote that.
Bring all the sheets across. Yeah, if I grab the markers, that'd be really good too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good.
I've got D here. Is D around? Yes.
Agreement.
Whoa! Good job. I can go straight to play the Proteas across there, right at the silly mid on. Thank you very much. Yeah. Consistently used in the correct way.
Relevancy.
Good, yeah. You go automatically from getting your whole score, you just lose 1 straight away. Right now, Shani's actually taking down all of these points as they're going through. Shani wants to get a 7. She wants to get the highest score she possibly. Actually, if I can just point out here, if you have a look, Josh is doing something really clever. He's going to take out his phone. And Xander's done it too. Good job, Xander. And he's actually just going to take a photo of the board. So just saving time. There's another one here. Taking photos, and they can store it away using technology to its fullest in the classroom.
Anything to say about the activity advert?
It was very useful, I think, and it's good, as Xander said, that you can share your ideas, and it's within a short period of time, so you have to think, and also, yeah, it was good fun doing the activity as well.
The hot potato is really good as it gives many people in the class a chance to share their ideas across different topics within the criteria for the IA, and you get to see what other people have written, and you can improve on what they've written, or you can just agree with it.
Yeah, hot potato is very useful as we kind of are able to gather ideas from other people which we otherwise wouldn't have thought about, and also it helps facilitate teamwork, which is important because we're a close-knit bunch here, and also it's fun to move around and rather than just looking at a PowerPoint or like listening to a teacher, it's fun to be able to get involved.
Alright, that's the end of doing hot potato. hopefully out of this one, students are getting out of their chairs, they're getting engaged, they're talking amongst themselves, they're writing down their ideas. More importantly, they're building on the basic information, using different coloured pens to actually tick and cross what they agree with, and sometimes when they agree with the information, it stays better in their head. Most importantly though, the students are getting engaged. They're getting out of their chairs and they're doing something a bit different each day. That's hot potato.